Hey everybody, it is Kyle here from Unboxed Autos, and today we are in the 2023 Ford Bronco Raptor. I have my buddy here, Vinay, who's a big car guy too.
What's up, everyone?
And so we're driving here in the Bronco Raptor, total beast of a car. It has a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6, and it makes about 415 horsepower. It weighs 4,700 pounds.
5,700
pounds. Thank God you're here to keep me in line. I just shaved 1,000 pounds off of this car. No, yes, 5733, I believe it is actually. Yes. Nuts. But really, what are your first impressions when you first see the Bronco Raptor, Vinay?
Well, on first impressions, this thing is imposing, right? It's huge. But having said that, it has rather good road manners. In the cabin, the NVH is pretty great for an off-road Baja truck like this.
Yes. The
build quality seems pretty solid and on point. And at this point, I'm just comparing this to a Jeep.
Yep. And that's its closest competitor.
Yes.
I feel like you're in a lot of cross shopping.
Yeah, and I feel like the build quality and the way this thing is put together is miles ahead of its direct competitor. So big win for Ford there.
Yes, absolutely. And so I feel like down the line we are gonna have a Bronco Raptor R, which will probably put a V8 in it because Jeep just put the V8 in.
The 392.
The 392.
Yeah.
But I will say that I feel like just in terms of off-road capabilities, a lot of off-road people that I know that do racing down in Baja in Mexico, I mean, it's always the Jeep Bronco, but a lot of people really like the Ford. Just the off-road, durability seems to almost be just a little bit better. Now, having not actually driven either of them in Baja or something, just from what I've heard, people really do tend to like the Raptors, the Raptor vehicles. And what I really like is, what the Ford was able to do with the Bronco platform. It's recently reintroduced the Bronco nameplate a few years ago. So this is a fully new platform that they're able to build from the ground up exactly, how they wanted it. So, in product planning, they're like, all right, we're going to have a Bronco Raptor in the future, so we're going to make, have this, and this. So they were to really plan it out, and build it from the ground up, which is obviously ideal. It's kind of, I guess, like comparing it to buying a house. You can renovate a house and make it nicer, or you can build it from the ground up and have everything perfect exactly how you want it. So anyway, that's what I feel like they're able to do here, and I really love it.
They did a great job so far. Does the base Bronco also ride on an all-new platform, or does it share commonalities with like the F-150 or the Ranger? So
I believe, though they're building the Bronco, it's its own platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah, I'm sure they share some parts from the parts bin, but they're building it up.
Yeah.
So
and that's a big deal, because from a auto manufacturer standpoint, that just means tons of investment into a brand new platform. So good on them for trying to get in on this market segment, reintroduce themselves in the Bronco brand, and really try and take off from here. Yes,
absolutely. I find that Ford's taken an interesting approach. I think out of the big three, they were doing the best job in terms of branding.
Yep.
Because you have Bronco. It's like saying Corvette.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, oh, this is the, Chevrolet whatever, or Ford whatever. It's a Bronco.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Mustang Mach-E. Oh, so it's a Bronco Raptor. It's a, Raptor R, you think F-150 Raptor. But anyway, so doing a really good job in branding and getting consumers really excited about cars.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what this car does, is it gets average people kind of excited about cars. And it's a car that the average person can afford. At least, not perhaps the Bronco Raptor. This car is nearly $100,000. The Bronco Raptor starts at just over $85,000. But the Bronco itself, you can buy a very well-equipped Bronco for $40,000 to $45,000.
Exactly. And I think it really helps for auto manufacturers to have a halo model in their lineup, because what it does, to your point, Kyle, is you take an average customer who goes into a Ford showroom with a $50,000 budget, sees their regular Bronco standing beside a Bronco Raptor, and immediately gets this sense of, hey, my car shares some of the DNA that this Raptor has, and that automatically makes me cooler, right? It just enhances your brand image and the overall opinion of your brand. And so So you almost really need these halo models to live on, because they really do more than just showcase the capability of this particular truck, which is great,
right?
But it really helps enhance the brand as an overall.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And you know, another thing is that's just so fun about these, like the Jeeps, which they're very common, is you can take the roof and the doors off, and all the aftermarket parts as well. But I mean, just from like a pure fun perspective, I mean, how fun is it just to take the doors off and the roof off, and have the air blowing through your hair, and it's just so much fun. And I did that the other day. Pretty easy. It's easier on this car than it is on the Jeep. Okay. Because these are pillarless doors, so they're much lighter.
Oh, nice.
And the mirrors are also attached to the body of the vehicle, not the doors like a Jeep. The mirrors are on the doors. Yeah. So you have to buy secondary mirrors, you know, to strap on. Looks really tacky. So the Ford Bronco Raptor, or Bronco rather, you just out of the box, take it off. I love it. I love it. Yep. So it's super fun. It's super fun. Another thing I really like about the Bronco in general is the technology.
I love the tech on it.
It's really good. So we have right here, we have wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, seamlessly integrated into this large display.
Great resolution.
Excellent resolution, and the response time, you know, check out the response time.
The refresh rate's insane.
It's pretty good. Wow. So, yep, we'll just... Yeah, so it's decent. It's not the best in the industry, but it's really good.
More than sufficient.
And you know, again, what you're going to be using a lot too, you know, is going to be that Android, you know, Auto, Apple CarPlay. You plug it in. It's wireless. Yeah. And you know, surprisingly enough, it's not super common yet to have everything wireless. Wireless is still.
It's more reserved for like the premiums, right? The top higher trim vehicles.
So, but this has it, which is great. So you get this nice screen, and it's ready to go. And then, of course, over here for the driver's display, we have another reconfigurable gauge cluster, which is all digital.
Love it.
Which I like. I like it. And you know, depending on what drive mode you're in, it changes the graphics on it. Yeah. Which is nice. But yeah, so great technology. I like also too all the off-road control buttons for the front.
Aux buttons.
The aux buttons, so we can have all of our off-road, you know, lighting and stuff set up, and they're hardwired into the car, and then we can just flip a switch, so to speak, from up there. So yeah, lots of nice. And
features. What's the MSRP on this one, Carl?
So this model is around $100,000.
Okay.
Yep.
Clearly, it's probably going to come with the dealer markups.
Right depending. Now, yeah, depending. I'm not seeing that as much as a problem. Okay. But this has like the cool graphics package and things like that. Sure.
How many are they building? What's like the annual volume for these?
So I don't know the annual volume of the Raptor Bronco. Obviously, it'll be relatively limited. Yeah. But I have done some looking online, and you can currently buy these. Okay. At the dealer there.
Oh wow. That's great.
So there's some availability. Unlike 6 months ago, things have been changing the economy, things like that. So it's more easy to buy them. But another thing I like right here is they have this power supply right up here. Wow. So you can mount things right here really easily. Nice. And there's this nice little trays up here too.
Well thought out. Stuff. Very ergonomic.
Exactly.
No, I love it.
Yeah. And then too, you'll notice the Bronco Raptor. We have a lot of this cool orange stitching. Mm-hmm. So we have orange Bronco. We have the orange highlight and accents on all these different controls. Steering wheel. This is a Bronco Raptor specific steering wheel. It's much larger bolsters, cool paddle shifters,
steering mounted.
Yep. Steering mounted paddle. But they're pretty large. Yep. Yeah. I prefer column mounted, but these at least they're really big. Yeah. Yeah. Also, do you like these seats? These are I
love them.
Yeah,
great bolstering, great thigh support.
Yes. I will say one complaint is there's no cooled. They're not cooled.
Okay.
So I feel like that would be really nice.
From a product planning standpoint, there's only, at the end of the day, this still has to be a business case for the Bronco Raptor, and you can't have everything, right? So it's about prioritizing what features are most essential for the Bronco Raptor customer. So I think they did a good job hitting all those requirements and wants from a customer standpoint. So well done, Ford.
Yeah, that's really nice. And then I think lastly to your point, just the imposing look on this car. It's so wide. It has a wider track than the already large Bronco itself. You see this thing coming down the road and you're like, what the heck is that?
Yes. I love it.
And so I think the designers did an excellent job of really differentiating the Bronco Raptor from the Bronco.
Absolutely.
And you see this car and you instantly know it's like the real deal. Overall, I feel like I love the Bronco line. I love that, like you kind of alluded to earlier, we have this sort of halo Bronco Raptor. So it gets people really excited about the entire line of Bronco, no matter which one they're choosing. And you know, it's such a great car. It's so customizable. I think that's one thing that really stands out. So no matter which Bronco level you choose, they're super customizable.
Yes.
And there's even the 2-door model as well. Not for the Raptor version, but there is a 2-door as well.
Yes.
So, see, overall, honestly, the Bronco is one of my favorite vehicles.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're getting an SUV, you want something that's super fun. This car is maximum fun.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Well, anyway.
Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
Kyle.
thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. And until next time, I'm Kyle from Unboxed Autos. Feel free to subscribe, comment below for any questions. And until next time, I'm Kyle.